drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
He's taken down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
They toss it out right to Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
It brings them 3rd down.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
A gain of 5.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He's going deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10. At the Lions' 34-yard line.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll run here with Dobbins. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 18-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Jackson, flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens' 6-yard line.
Now Stafford. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit.
Complete to
T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards on the ground. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Justin Tucker is a kickoff for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Number 85. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, Looks like an extra step was involved.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Calais Campbell on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The screen does get them 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to air it out. out deep for Green. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Green, 77 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. When A.J. Green's on the field, something exciting usually happens, and that was certainly exciting.
Superior route runner, superior hands, superior body control, but I love the way he reacts to the football in the air. Finds it, locates it, and goes and gets it before the defensive backs can react.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Underneath for Johnson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Johnson. A gain of 14. And the Lions first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 19.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Detroit.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So it's a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying the crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that...
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, Powerball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Johnson.
25 yards that time.
Detroit.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going deep for Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the gun, Stafford. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown.
19, Kenny Galladay.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a carry for Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Man open left side is Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Gain of 7. Brings up third.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
17.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
47 to Mike, 47. Check, 47.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progression.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Baltimore Ravens.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Just get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-.